Hello and welcome back to another video with me, Meoni. Today we're going to be doing the Rising event 2024 because we've not done it yet as an actual video, and we're going to read through the dialogue, so this will be a longer video. Excuse me whilst I just pose with my lady friends here from the Arcadion. Let's go and do the Rising event then. So let's go over to Limsa Laminsa. It always gets me, that ominous music. For all of my children, blah 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 bleep bloop blub. So the Rising event, if you didn't already know, takes place in the Arv Castle, the upper Limsa Laminsa decks, and it's available to level 15 players, level 15 and above, and it's called Rising to the Call. There's also a vendor. We've already done this as a video, but we've not done the actual dialogue. So, Rising to the Call. The wandering minstrel seeks an adventurer both willing and able to help put the finishing touches to this year's Rising celebrations.
Of all of the coincidences, you will hardly believe it, but I was just this very moment reminiscing of a time you lent me your strength, a 12's moon past. You see, I again find myself in pressing need of an adventurer's aid, just as I did last Rising. Oh, if only Inuem were here, I thought to myself, and here you are. Well then, what do you say? Shall we clasp arms once more?
Yes, let's do that.
My thanks. The matter is this. I have been approached by a lady named Ayoyo, who wishes to imprint her own imitable mark upon the skies above Limsa Laminsa. I speak, of course, of the fireworks that illuminate these rising nights. Learning of my contribution to previous year's festivities, she has enlisted me to her cause. We have already the ear of the organizing committee. However, Lady Ayoyo has expressed a strong desire to consult with a storied adventurer before finalizing her proposal. Come to the Yellow Jackets guardhouse at the base of the Coral Tower, and I will introduce you.
All right, and I'll see you there, buddy. The base of the Coral Tower. So Coral Tower is obviously where you can get the Marauders Guild unlocked. Obviously, if you want to become a warrior. So it's just downstairs, and here we are, Ayoyo. Okay. Ooh, good music. Hi, how you doing?
Ah, Lady Ayoyo, one storied adventurer, as promised.
Hi, nice to meet you. I kind of defeated God.
Oh, blessing of the 12s upon ye. Name's Ayoyo, cannoneer first class with the Yellow Jackets. 'Tis an honour to have ye on board.
Did I mention that it is the Yellow Jackets who are in charge of this year's festivities, not only in decorating of these fair Laminsan streets, but in designing and constructing the fireworks that brighten the skies above them? Lady Ayoyo here is quite the savant in all matters incendiary and explosive, and so it has fallen to her to formulate a plan for the display's crowning glory.
Me and the other lads and lasses of the cannoneers whipped up a load of lovely little drakes, snakes and devils from the Moonfire Fair, but more of the same ain't gonna cut it for the Rising. 'Cause all it's about remembering those we lost in a calamity, ain't it? Them and theirs deserve something a mite spectacular than a bunch of old bangers.
Oh, an admirable sentiment, I'm sure. It would not do for our ode to such poignant memories to be aught less than a memorable occasion. Let us make this year's Rising one that citizens of this fair realm will not soon forget.
Yeah. Got the words right out of me mouth, dearie. Thing is, having oddly set foot out of Limsa in all me days, I don't reckon I'm best placed to know what's going through the minds of the citizens of this fair realm.
And so you would pick an adventurer's brains, one who has journeyed far and wide across this land we love, and knows it and its people intimately. Yet before we call upon your particular wisdom, mayhap it would behoove us to seek out a wider range of opinions. Many and more luck to the skies come rising night, and the thoughts that run through their minds are no doubt as diverse. Let us learn them.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan. Mind if I join you, dearie? Could do with learning some of those thoughts myself.
Yeah, go on then.
Alright then. Where's best to start asking around? Some places a lot of outsiders gather, I reckon. How about we meet in the Aetheryte Plaza, down in the lower decks?
While you two are so engaged, allow me to continue our discussions with the organizing committee. I shall await you by the aft castle.
Okay, we'll meet you there, bud. Alright, let's go and talk to the locals. Is that a good idea? I'm not sure.
You see them lights down Orca's Alley, dearie?
Yeah.
Decorations for the festival, they are. Every year, when the streets are all decked out for the rising, my heart fills with, well, all kinds of feelings. Sorrow, pride, regret. But enough about me. We came here to find out how the other folks feel about it. Let's split up, head down the alley, and ask a few likely looking customers each. We're on a schedule here, so don't you go asking every single soul you see. 4 or 5 should do ye. I'll meet you down there by the ferry docks when you're done.
I completely cannot keep in character. Oh no, not Swazblade.
Welcome, adventurer. Welcome. What may I interest you in this fine evening?
Well, what makes Rising so special to you?
Information, is it? Well, if you really must know, the whizzing and banging that fills the air this season always takes me back to the time just before the calamity struck. A great festival was held to celebrate the reformation of the grand companies, you see. People in the streets were hooting and hollering and setting off fire spouts, and all the ships in the bay now bedecked in maelstrom colours let loose their cannons. It seems so foolish now, knowing what was soon to befall us, but all that noise served as a purpose nonetheless, drowning out the fear that even whispered in our ears, or ever whispered in our ears. It's my firm belief that the rising fireworks serve the same purpose even now. They present a vision of loveliness, of togetherness, that we might forget our fears and be given hope for a brighter future.
Okay, nice. Middle-aged mariner.
The streets are full of life, the sky's full of fire, and the westerly winds filling our seafarers' sails as it does our hearts. I couldn't have picked a better time to come home. You a sailor too, are you?
Of the stars, maybe.
Helping with the fireworks, you say? Good on you, lad. I've a few memories about then, if you've got an ear to hear them. I'm a merchant seaman, you see, always sailing ever and thither across the waves. Was just back from a trip to Rod's at Han when the calamity struck. Everyone was looking up to the sky and that loathsome lantern that hung low on it. Like most folk, I don't remember much of what happened in the days before or after it fell, but I'll never forget those faces. And that's what I love so much about the fireworks. You see the same faces looking up, but this time with a smile. Remind ye not only of the bad times, but how we got over them.
Yeah, cool. Misty-eyed stargazer, rather.
Can you see them too, my love? Oh.
Hi, what makes Rising so special to you?
You're involved with the fireworks and want to know what I think of them? Well, just now I was wondering if they can be seen from far out in the offing. Do you know?
I don't know.
I see. The reason I ask is that my husband is out there now. He meant to be back by rising night, but it seems the tide didn't turn in his favour. He was so looking forward to the fireworks. I do hope that he can see them from where he is, that we can share them together no matter how far apart we might be. That is my only request to you, that you make the finale as bright and as boisterous as you can, that all those who cannot be together this rising might still share in its message.
That's a very nice way of putting it. Oh boy. Is the S silent? Dodgeby? Sajodgeby? Hello.
Alright, anything I can do for you?
Yeah, what's rising to you? What makes it special?
You're asking about people's thoughts on the rising fireworks? Would have thought a great hero like you would have had better things to do with your time. But I suppose it's what makes you a hero, eh? Helping people out whichever way you can. Well, I'm like most people, I suppose. I think of those I lost. My parents, most of all. I wonder if they're watching too, with dictionary in hand for my name. Swum up from the bottom of the ethereal sea to see what all the crashing and banging's about. It's complicated, I suppose. I feel sad they're gone, but happy I'm not. And grateful to Badaron saving me and so many others. If they are watching, I hope they can see me too. See that I'm doing alright for myself, that they might sleep soundly for another 12's moon.
Okay. Again, I have no idea how you pronounce that name, but thank you, miss. Alright, we're going to wait at the destination. Alright, we're waiting for a yo-yo. Let's see what this accumulates into. Those fireworks are so loud.
Sorry to keep you waiting, dearie. So what did you find out?
Well, it means a lot to many different people, but one common theme is prevalent. Remembering those who we lost in the calamity, and you know, those who can't be with us today to celebrate it. Things like that.
Same here. I was half expecting him to just be like looking at the pretty lights, but it seems the feeling runs a lot deeper than that. The memories of the calamity still sit heavy on their hearts, but the rising fireworks go some way to lifting that weight. So any ideas for the grand display? What kind of thing you reckon would help lift those spirits the most?
Something grand and flashy. Something big, like, I don't know, just set fire to a boat, blow it up in the harbour. That's what I would do.
That'd do the job alright. Ain't a lemons and a monsters who ain't got a drop of pirate blood in her veins. Lighting up the sky with buccaneering abaddon would just be the way to put on her own stamp for this year's festival. The Rising ain't just about mourning those we lost, after all. It's about remembering the struggles of those who survived to steer us to a brighter future. Aye, that's it. That's what Limsa needs this Rising.
What, blowing up boats? Sounds like a plan to me. Let's do it. Where's your nearest galleon? I have fireworks in my inventory. And enough ale.
Ships, cannons, a departure salute. Not just for the fallen, but for those setting sail on for unknown shores. A vision of the past and of the future. An old bleeding armada filling Galadian Bay, lighting up the very heavens. Who wouldn't want to watch that?
Yeah, exactly. Let's blow up some boats. I'm on board. I'm here.
That's settled then. The minstrel's gonna love it. He said he'd be up by the aft castle, right? I'll see you there.
All right. Oh boy. Just steer me in the direction of the nearest boat and gunpowder reserves. All right. Let's see. What does a yo-yo say before we talk to him?
Let's see now. 1,500 weight of fire sand at 500 yards from shore. I reckon we're gonna need more ships.
Oh, our intrepid adventurer returns, and positively bursting with inspiration, I take it?
Yeah, we're going to blow up boats. I don't know if that's what you meant, but yeah.
I see. A traditional seafaring salute, not only for the memories of a fallen, but to the future fortune of those who follow in their wake. A most fitting proposal, I'm sure.
Thanks, both of ye, but our work ain't done yet. There's lots needs sorting out before we can put this idea into action. So much to do. So little time. If you wouldn't mind helping us a little longer, dearie, I'd be forever in your debt. Let me know when you've got your loins good and girded.
All right, my loins are ready.
We who are about to set sail salute you. Okay, and this is where we get our brushed up Kryl minion.
Right then, let's get started, shall we, dearie? The plan is we're going to line up an old fleet of ships across the bay and have them fire a broadside into the sky. But before we go finding our fleet, we need to get the plan approved by the organising committee, and that means convincing Commander Rayner. I'll take the lead, but I ain't exactly got the silverest tongue, nor much experience nobbling with the higher-ups. If you two see me struggling, put in a good word, won't you?
Of course, milady. Your cause is ours.
Thank you, me dears. Together then to the Coral Tower.
Alright, let's do it. Let's convince people to blow up their ships. Or to fire a broadside. Okay, Ayoyo says,
Commander Rayner worked his way up the ranks all the way from rock bottom to the tippity top. He knows the workings of the Thaliacrosy in and out. So any flaws in our proposal, and he'll see them right through them. I think that's less of me being able to pronounce Thalassocracy properly and more of a character flaw. I like that. That's what we're going to go with.
Last I had the privilege of meeting with the Commodore was around the time of the calamity. I had been arrested for conspiracy to incite rebellion. Naturally, it was all a misunderstanding. Some other scurrilous soul had been singing songs of sedition. If not for Rayner in his relentless pursuit of the truth, I might still be lingering in the brig. He is a shrewd investigator who will brook no equivocation. Shall we then?
Yeah, sure. Oh my goodness. I'm going to need a new throat after this. Trying to pronounce everything.
We want to blow up some boats.
That's what she's saying, right?
Oh yes, it would be lovely to blow up your fleet.
Wanting to make the rising display special, I can fathom, but the sheer scale of this proposal is beyond anything I imagined. Ayoyo, need I remind you, the first duty of the Yellow Jackets is the keeping of the peace. Filling the bay with ships will not only disturb the daily workings of the harbour, but is sure to foment agitation among the commons. Knowing this, do you still mean to persevere with this outlandish plan? Yes, I do, Commander. Every Leamington art, every Eorzean art still bears the scars of the calamity. All that loss, that hardship, that struggle, it cut deep. But the rising ain't just about luck into the past, it's about luck into the future too. And if it's our duty to watch over folk, keep them on the straight and narrow I reckon it's our duty to see them off on another year's journey too. Well put. I accept that your intentions are pure, but what of the logistics? I trust you have a plan as to who exactly will be providing and paying for this fleet of yours. Yes, Commander. We're going to petition the Maelstrom for the flagship and the rest from the Black Sails.
Of course, one is wont to forget that these buccaneering souls remain bound to serve the Maelstrom in times of necessity. Lady Ayoyo would have us parley with the three great pirate captains and remind them of their civic duty, it seems.
Aye, that's right. The pirates answered the Admiral's call way back when the moon was falling. Fought and died at Cartano, same as the rest of us. When they hear about our plan to salute all those who fell and all those who didn't, I don't doubt they'll answer the call again.
I wish you all of the luck in the world in recruiting those rogues to your cause. You shall need it. Very well then, allow me to arrange the parley. Should you succeed in this feat, you may consider all of my remaining doubts answered.
Aye, sir.
I bid you remember that you go speak with the pirates, lawless marauders all. Pray that you do not say aught to offend them, lest we find ourselves with a mutiny on our hands.
Leave it to me. I can speak to pirates.
I shall have the Maelstrom summon the leaders of the 3 factions to the anchor yard. Pray go there and complete your preparations.
Nice. And off we go. Pirate time! Cheers for sticking with me, lads. I hope I can count on your support in the next set of negotiations and all.
Of course, my lady. Alas, I fear the captains, those far-famed scourgers of the seas, will provide rather less biddable partners than Commodore Raynor did. While Roswin of the Sanguine Sirens may be swayed by emotion, Carvalane of the Kraken's Arms is of a much more mercenary mind. The executioners, meanwhile, value honour and glory above all else. If there is aught that unites them, it is zealous spirit. Let us argue with passion that we might inflame theirs. If it's passion you're after, I've got that in bleeding bucket loads. But I might need you to jump in again, cause me tongue decides to tie itself in half itch. Just say the first thing that comes into your heads and I'll pick up after. Alright, lead it to us. We can do this. We will persuade the pirates. Come on then, dearies. Let's head over to the anchor yard and get this parlay started. I love that. Get this parlay started. Brilliant. Alright. Where are the pirates? I wonder where they're hiding. Oh, here we go. Oh, they look fierce. Thanks for coming. The reason we asked you here is... Aye, the Maelstrom summons laid it out for us loud and clear. You want us to help you with the rising fireworks? And the answer's no. When my sirens fire a broadside, it's to send our enemies to the bottom of the briny, not to paint pretty pictures in the sky for drylanders to gawp at. We've better things to be doing with our time. 'Tis a rare occurrence, to be sure, but I find my opinion aligns with Roswin's. Our time is precious, as I am sure is yours. Let us hasten to draw these discussions to a close. I shall put it bluntly, I see no profit in this endeavour for myself and my men. So unless there's anything else... You would put the Admiral and the Yellow Jackets in your debt. You would. That's true. A debt of gratitude, perhaps, for providing the men and material for this pageantry entirely at our own expense. I saw no mention of a Kraken's being compensated for our efforts in a material sense. Or am I mistaken? The sheer scale of the spectacle we propose would no doubt draw all of the lords and ladies in the realm to gather in the city, personages of high renown and deep pockets. Aye, and if they saw you lot working and in with the Maelstrom, it'd do wonders for your public image. Folks who normally wouldn't touch a pirate with a barge pole would be queuing up to do business with you. I do believe you have a point. Poorly phrased though it might be, to win legitimate business, one must project the image of legitimate businessmen. Sod your image. Anyone who's too lily-livered to trade with us, they can stick their barge poles up their backsides. What's in it for the sirens? Don't you want to bring... if you don't consider them customers, consider them quarry. Yeah, fire the broadside into the crowd. I'm sure that'll go down really well. Ha! You do realise our days of pillaging every ship we see are long gone. Quarry my arse. This... Sanguine Sirens ain't all about pirating life though, are you? You run almshouses for the sick and injured, and those with child keep themselves busy with odd jobs, such as come their way.
Them's your hunters, and the folk who's drawn to the city to see the grand display your quarry. I see where you're going with this. Get the girls to set up stalls selling food and grog, the like, and they'd make a killing, providing they'd had all the right permits from the Yellow Jackets. You're a shrewd one, you. Maybe I could lend him an hand myself. They do say the best way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
What of the executioners? There is no dishonour in linking arms with Admiral Merrowweb in the Maelstrom, surely. You, Yellow Jacket, I want you to tell me one thing and tell it true. This is Limsa Laminsa, the greatest port in all the realm. You could find this fleet of yours without our help, yet you've come here begging for it. Why?
Because I reckon you're the ones who need the rising most. The black sails only came together 'cause of Cartano. You could have upped anchor and sailed off into the sunset, but no. You fought like demons on those cursed flats, made heroes of yourselves and martyrs. The way I see it, it's only right that those lost the most when they stood to gain the least should be the ones to fire the salute to the departed. And a salute to the departing too. The calamity changed the lives of you pirates more than anyone. If anyone should be celebrating new beginnings, it's those whose new beginnings have already begun.
So it's for our own good, is it? I'm heading back to the Astalicia. Send word when you're hammered out the details of this display of yours. We'll see what we can do.
Aye, aye, Captain.
That was easy.
Can't rightly say now to you, can I? We lost a lot of good people back in Cartano. Let's send them off with a bloody great bang.
I will join you on one condition, that in your reminiscence of trauma past you do not make a shameful spectacle of yourself. Pray do not force me to restrain you again.
I never force you to do nothing. You'll keep your hands off me if you want to keep them there, you randy bastard.
This questline's brilliant. Quite the fragile flower, isn't she? Very well, I bid you adieu. My ships will be not ready themselves. Well, will not ready themselves. See you later.
Restrain her again, eh? Oh boy. Yeah, we're all celebrating. Woo! Let's go blow some ships up.
And breathe. Gods, I was so nervous I could hardly speak. Thanks so much for chipping in when you did. Could have never got them on your side without you. Right then, time to put the finishing touches to this plan of mine. It's going to be wonderful. I just know it. Oh, and about your reward. I've given it to the minstrel. You can grab it from him. To new beginnings, lad, and may the navigator's breath ever fill your sails. Not never, but ever fill your sails.
Oh dear. Hello, Mr. Minstrel.
You did a great service, my friend, both for Lady Ayoyo and for all those who love the Rising, myself included. For that I shall be ever grateful. I expect it shall be some hours before preparations for the grand finale are complete. Mayhap we could wait together.
Let's do it. Bring on the fireworks.
Wow, that's a lot of people. Hopefully this looks good.
While we wait, would you care to hear a verse that has lately come to me? It is a song of celebration, of encouragement for all those who sail for unknown shores. Pray, lend me your ears.
Okay, my ears are lent. Go ahead. Oh, there's the sun as well. That's going to look good, isn't it? Oh, here we go. I love this every year. I wonder what the hidden message will be. Exciting. No, we're on a boat. Oh, wow. Wow, the moon is full. Look at that. Beautiful. Greetings, warrior of light. Oh, wow. The kimono. Is it the Byakko kimono? This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps, or perhaps not. "'Tis a pleasure to meet you again. As I have in the past, I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. The road we have walked has been long and winding, full of perils and pitfalls, but we have enjoyed every step in your company. We hope that you feel the same about this last great leap. With every adventure we undertake, the longer the legacy we leave behind us. Yet a lengthy history need not mean a foreshortened future. Many adventures yet await. We shall continue to chart a course into the great unknown, one that takes in all the diverse wonders this wide world has to offer, that your legacy might grow even greater. To be certain, it would be a less trying task to sleepwalk ever onward down the same well-furrowed path, yet to venture down paths untrodden, believing in the bright and glorious future that lies beyond them, is by far the more rewarding. This is the gift that we wish to deliver unto you, the gift of adventure. And we pray with all our hearts that you will continue to walk with us. We thank you for joining us on this journey, heretofore and hereafter. Now the time has come for this vision to end. Time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. Oh, that's a cool screenshot. I like that. One cannot know what fills the hearts and minds of those who look to the sky this rising night. Perhaps you and I will see very different images in those explosions of light and color. But one thing I know for certain, that right here, right now, we look to the same sky. And though the paths that lay ahead of us may lead in very different directions, sometime, someplace, they shall cross again. Beautiful. It's true though, right? I mean, that's a reflection on, you know, how the expansion was perceived. Like, going down the same beaten path is not good for the game. So I completely get that. The idea of challenging yourself as a designer and a developer is always going to be more rewarding for everyone. Exciting times, isn't it?
'Tis almost time for the display to begin, the consummation not only of our labours, but of the thoughts and prayers of the people of this fair city. A salute for the departed, and for those who set sail into unknown waters. Many adventures yet await you, my friend. May the navigator's breath ever fill your sails.
Whoa. That looks awesome.
From eastern sea to eastern sky, the sacred sun ascends, and voices stir of wind, of waves, of ropes, of sails, of friends, who like the golden light of dawn that streams across the sea, set sunlit sail for foreign lands. May fortune follow thee. Her journey done, so sinks the sun below the western waves, and memories stir of friends of yore asleep in watery graves. Let not our voices raised in song disturb your endless sleep, but join us in our chorus, and you dream among the deep. An excerpt from an ancient mariner's song, a prayer for the safe return of those who sail over the far horizon, and for the peace of those who sleep beneath those same eternal waves. It's beautiful. It concludes with a wish that the voices of those whose spirits are stirred in anticipation of new adventure reach the ears of those whose adventures ended too soon, that they might be united as one. A fitting sentiment for the rising, methinks. And so I offer my own heartfelt wish to you, that even should your adventures carry you beyond the far-flung horizon of this wide world, we should meet once more in the 12 moon's time and look up to the same sky together. You can bet it. I'll be here. Look at that. That looks amazing. Whoa. Whoa. That's cool. And all of those little fireworks from the cannons pointing upwards, I guess. And then we get ourselves the brushed up Kryl minion. Amazing. That's a really good Rising event if you've not played it yet. And of course, yeah, definitely go give it a go. It's available to everybody 15 and above. And you can do it in Limsa Laminsa's upper decks. So unlock the toy chest. Additionally, certain notable personages have been seen to frequently anchor yard this Rising. Do the same and you may be greeted with an unexpected encounter. And then we get 411 Sake and our lovely additional minion, which is always nice to add to our collection, even though this is an alternate character as we're chilling out here. So notable personages, I wonder who it is. Usually Alpha and Omega make a return to these places. Chloe Aliapo might be found, and many other characters. So yeah, I'll let you explore that yourself. But from me as well, here's to another 12 months of fantastic Final Fantasy XIV goodness. Thank you so much for supporting me. Things are a little bit rough at the moment for me personally, and I'm trying to do as much as I physically can. So your support in viewing my videos, no matter what it might be, is incredibly helpful. And I appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you so much. And here's to the future. Let's hope Dawntrail's patch content adds more to this fantastic game. Much love. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.